Well, there are many things that impress me about General Secretary Xi Jinping's speech at the 19th Congress. I mean, one of them is not so novel for the Chinese, but I think for an international audience, it's very novel. And that is, it's a very long speech. And it is a report of the works of the last 5 years since the last Congress. Now, I can't think of another political party in the world of any great size which would think about giving a report, a holistic report, covering all aspects of the party's activity of the previous 5 years. And I think that is an interesting insight into a sense of answerability, of accountability on the part of the Chinese Communist Party. So that was one thing that struck me. Another thing that struck me, and I very strongly, was the emphasis on reform. It was a restlessness about the importance of reform. That reform is not a sort of moment, it's not a period. On the contrary, it's a continuous mode of existence of the Communist Party. And it therefore has to be, it's constantly on the move, it's constantly questioning itself, it's constantly revising itself. And I think that this emphasis, which was very, very apparent in his speech, I think, is the key to why the Chinese Communist Party has managed to continue to regenerate itself and regenerate its support. I mean, the stark contrast with the Soviet Communist Party, which basically ossified and decayed and eventually, of course, disintegrated in effect. And the Chinese Communist Party is the opposite. It's the opposite phenomenon. And it's actually much more dynamic, to be quite frank with you, than any Western major political party I can think of at the moment. I mean, it just keeps moving on. Innovation. You see, innovation is very much part of this kind of emphasis that's given by the Chinese Communist Party.